Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Scorpion EXO-R330 helmet. Now, the EXO-R330 is going to be the newest model at the entry-level price point within Scorpion's line. This is coming in at $120 with a DOT and ECE 2206 safety rating, which I think are the two highlighting features throughout the entire video. If you walk away with nothing, take that. It's $120, and it comes with both safety ratings that most people are looking for in the United States. So all in, I think it'd be great for any sport riders out there, any commuters, or anybody just looking to maybe sport tour or just get out on their first bike and pick up a helmet. I think this R330 is gonna be a solid option for you. Now, running through some of the features, I'm going to talk about that. It is a polycarb shell. It is two shell sizes with the split right between medium and large, so extra small to medium, large to 3 extra large with 3 EPS liners, and it is DOT and ECE 2206 rated, as I called out. Just keep in mind the 3 extra large size, just due to the size limitations, that's going to be DOT only. Not many people are going to be affected by that. Some of you are, but just keep it in mind if you are. Otherwise, you're getting a 2206 model as well. The one thing I want to call out though, 3 pounds, 13 ounces in a size large. That is fairly heavy for a full face helmet. One of the heavier ones we've seen out there, that's getting into modular territory as well as ADV helmet territory when it comes to the weight. It does hold it fairly well. I'd say it tips towards the back, but at $120, that's where you're sacrificing some of the higher quality builds within Scorpion's line. If you're looking at something like that, you can look at the EXO Eclipse helmet and other models in their line that do end up using carbon fiber and strategically place the shell size to just have a lighter weight and lighter feel. But fitment is intermediate oval, so a little bit longer front to back than it is side to side, and it does fit true to size. I am a medium in most helmets out there on the market, and a medium is fitting me spot on here. $120, sizes range from extra small to 3 extra large, and it's gonna come in a plethora of different colors and graphics, so keep that in mind if you're looking for something and matte black isn't for you. I'm sure there's gonna be quite a few options within Scorpion's line. But let's work through some of the features, and then we'll get to the interior and show you what this helmet is all about. You do have a direct vent down at the chin bar that goes straight to the face, as well as up to the face shield to defog it. It is active. You can open and close it, 3 different positions there. There is a center locking mechanism, metal on metal, for the shield itself. Now, it is a Pinlock-ready clear shield, not perfectly flat, but it is fairly flat, so it's gonna be optically correct. But that Pinlock insert is sold separately, so just keep that in mind. The center locking mechanism does find a little bit of time in getting used to when you're going to grab it with a gloved hand, which is a little bit thicker than your normal fingers. So it does take a little bit getting used to, but it is nice and stout, so it's not gonna lift up on you or slam shut in the event of moving at higher speeds. And one thing I wanna call out there is the detents are pretty stout on this lid, so it's not gonna be any problem. You could be moving 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, and I don't think this is gonna slam down on you like a lot of people look for in these style helmets, so keep that in mind. Quick release system over at the side. It's just a trigger system to go ahead and get this to pop out if you pick up, say, a dark smoke shield, or if you wanna add that Pinlock insert in, if you pick one up as well, you can go ahead and pop the shield off. Pretty easy to get it on there. Good gasket seal all the way around. We see that from Scorpion all the time. They use pretty similar gaskets on most of their helmets out there. Nice solid closure. It does allow a little bit of air to vent out at the top to reduce fogging, but it seals nice and tight to keep the noise out, to keep the rain out, everything like that. Scorpion logo at the forehead, and then a top position vent up top that's just open and closed and scooping air in through the top. I really dig this back vent style. It is built into the spoiler. There are 2 vents in there, but I like that they've included it to help the air pass through. That's gonna help suck all the hot air out of the helmet on hotter days and really help cool you off. And you can see what really comes with it, and that's gonna factor into the shell sizes only having 2. This big spoiler in the back really just adds to the length of Scorpion's helmets, but we've seen that in the past from a lot of their other helmets that were Snell certified, and now we're getting the ECE 2206. They tend to add longer spoilers on the back just to help with stability at speed. Nice flat surface over on the left-hand side if you want to install a comm system or anything like that, but we can move on to the interior. You do have a removable chin skirt up top and emergency release cheek pads on the inside. Now, if it is your first helmet, I will let you know, don't use the emergency release cheek pads to go ahead and remove the cheek pad on its own if you're just cleaning it. Those are really in case of emergencies, so you don't want to break the tabs off, which does tend to happen when you use that. But nice contour towards the cheek pad. It is antimicrobial, it is moisture wicking, and you get that on both sides. You also get a nice patch of reflective piping running down the bottom of the helmet. That adds just for a little bit of safety if you're riding at night or any inclement weather, anything like that. Looking at the interior, you do get speaker pockets on the inside. You could easily fit 45mm speakers in there, which is most standard JBLs or Harman Kardons that we've seen out of the market from Sena and Cardo, as well as a lot of the EXO-Com systems that Scorpion also creates and sells for these helmets. So you see those in there. Top liner does remove as well. It is brow mounted in the front, which I'll show you in a second. So you get brow mounts in the front, so it doesn't have any pressure points to your forehead. Always like to see that. And then you get snaps at the rear, but it's below the back of the head, so you don't actually feel that up against your helmet, but really just 3D design molded together, and it's just foam on the interior with a little bit of ventilation running down each side. Taking a peek at the EPS liner on the inside, you can see real no frills, decent channels in the EPS, which is going to help move airflow across the top of your head and help it exhaust out the back of the helmet. So I do dig that. We tend to see most brands at this price point not have any gasket or not have any gussets on the inside to help that airflow through. So I do dig that they're adding that into this helmet. Again, at the $120 price point, usually you're not asking for too much when it comes to features, but I think Scorpion is going out of their way to make a polycarb helmet that does weigh a little bit more, but coming in at $120 with DOT and ECE 2206 safety rating, as well as a Pinlock-ready visor included with decent ventilation. I think Scorpion is doing a solid job here for any beginner riders out there or someone looking into getting into their first helmet and just wants to get out of the gate, maybe do their MSF course. I think this might be a solid lid for you to try out. But if you have any other questions, click that info button that's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about this new lid. If you still have questions after that, or if you're confused on sizing and you want to make sure you're getting the right size on your first purchase, go ahead and give our customer service team a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining me and checking out the all-new Scorpion EXO-R330 helmet. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.